Hey guys, this is something I've actually never done. This is a little shop tour of my work area. Just thought I'd show you guys what my environment is and where I spend the majority of my time. So here is my workbench. I have a bench that's probably the whole environment is an external garage. I think it's like 20 by, I want to say, let's see, 20 by 13, something like that. It's an external one-car garage that I converted into a shop. I'm trying to get the exposure so you can see everything, but it's really kind of tough because I have bright lights in some spots and I have, you know, there's some dark spots in the place. So yeah, here's my workbench. There's a lot of stuff around. So I have some family pictures going on there. Then there's some cars I built over the years. Up there, there's an Ecto 1, some Star Wars figures, some Pez. That is a Mandalorian symbol. There's another boat that I had built at some point where I had problems with the paint. There's a little baby Yoda there. There's some experimentation with a Titanic that I had used for an experiment with some rust paint, which is kind of cool. I just never got around to like putting it into a diorama kind of thing, which, you know, it's kind of sitting there for years. There is a Pegasus Nautilus that I had built years and years ago. It's lighted. There are lights in that, and the whole inside lights up, and there's some other things that light up, but I don't have it plugged in right now, so I can't really display the lighting. There's a Russian, let's see if I can pan out here. There's a Russian helicopter I built a long time ago. Next to that that's the squid that comes with the Pegasus Nautilus, which I didn't incorporate. It's a General Grievous. This is a voodoo doll that I had gotten when I was in New Orleans. It's like a real voodoo doll. See, he has a pin stuck in his heart. I don't remember the last person that was the victim, but anyway, don't piss me off. You end up with the voodoo doll on your ass. Let's see what else is going on here. There is a female Terminator. I got the file on Thingiverse, I think, and I printed it, and then I'd put it into, I was kind of playing around with some clear resin, so I made a clear resin disc, and then I put her on top, and then drilled into the model so I could light up the eye and part of the neck, and there's a few other parts that she's kind of like melting. That is a tornado lamp that a friend of mine, Troy, he makes these things, and it's a liquid concoction of some sort, and then there's some sort of a glitter in there, and it kind of just turns with a PC fan. See on the bottom there. He makes all kinds of those. And I've had that in my shop for years. You've probably seen that thing if you watch my videos. There's a baby Yoda. That's the Hasbro. He actually talks. If you tap his head, but I think his batteries are dying. That's my welding station. I am working on another X-Wing, so there's part of that. I was actually just rounding out a lot of resin to get the custom cockpit to fit. And this is a oh man, I can't remember the guy. So Falcon 360 parts. The guy sells 3D prints of X-Wing studio scale parts, and I like his cockpits, so I actually bought that, and I have to fit it in there and then put lighting in. Let's see what else here. That's a major big stand for my shuttle Tidarium that I had kind of temporarily made so it would hold it while I was painting it, but right now it's in pieces and it's a mess because I'm actually using Goo Gone to remove decals from the original toy, and you can see it's in pieces here, and I'm kind of working on that right now. There's some more pieces over here. It's one of those toy like reconditions. These are all sprues from a U-boat that I'm working on, which I'm trying to get to, but I have so much other stuff going on. I'm just trying to get to it, but you know how it goes. They're ready to go whenever I need them. There's an Ecto 1. This is a weathered Ecto 1 plate that I got from. I'm building the Ecto 1 Eagle Moss, but I haven't touched it yet. I just have all the parts kind of just building in a big box, so I'm going to actually start that. But I got the plate, and I had weathered it and beat it up, and it was brand new when I got it, kind of. And then I got a registration sticker online, and I printed it and put it on here. So that's attached to my overhead, which is, I don't know if you can see this, you probably won't be able to see it, it's too dark. That's actually a whaling harpoon. I don't remember even where I got that. There's some shark jaws there, guitar holder. This is an ED209 model that I am dying to start. I just want to finish a couple of things first. It's almost like a Bandai kit. It's you know, instructions are all in Japanese, but all the parts look really, really nice. It looks just like a Bandai kit. It's probably going to fit together like a glove. So I'm still trying to get to that as soon as I can. That's probably going to be next. Here's all my stuff. Basically screws, bolts. That's a original patent application photo for the X-Wing and TIE Fighter. Someone had given me that. Hanging up, I have a Botany Bay. I have a Hasbro Hero Series big X-Wing. The thing's big. I'm not even sure. I think it's 118 or bigger. It's huge. I found that at a I think it was like a farmer's market, and I just quickly just painted it and hung it up. I didn't do all the other details that some other guys do, but I just painted it, weathered it. That's a probe droid. That guy's been hanging up there for a while. And then I have a couple of mini video games that I kind of play when I'm waiting for paint to dry or deciding on something. So there's a Space Invaders and a Pac-Man. That Pac-Man has like a couple of different games. And there is a couple of vintage pictures. That's from The Shining, and that is an old school like Van Halen picture. And there is a Terminator arm hanging there that I had 3D printed and painted. That's an actual 3D printed and painted mask from Lord of the Rings. That's from the Witch King, I believe. Very cool looking. I have a couple of those around my shop somewhere. I also have a Gandalf staff up there that actually lights up. It's on a base. I put it up there to get it out of the way, but it will light up if I plug it in. Also, I can't even... Above the light, there's a big sub up there. It's sitting on top of my LED lights. That's a... oh god, I can't even remember the name of this sub. But that's probably... It's probably about 3 or 4 feet long. That's sitting up there. There's my paint booth. And there's a little salacious crumb sitting on top there. Some vintage pictures that I have here that I put up for some reason or another. Over here there's, see if I can adjust the lighting here. That's a cannon from Jabba's sail barge that I had 3D created and printed at a larger scale. It's just sitting there. It's kind of a cool looking gun, so I made it bigger and I printed it. That's actually for a skiff, Jabba's sail barge that I was working on, that I'm still working on. That's a probe droid dispatch pod. I believe that's a Nick Sagan design. That's an old... That's a toy conversion. That's another toy conversion that I did from a snowspeeder I had when I was a kid. That's like the original Empire Strikes Back snowspeeder, but I had ripped it apart, repainted it, and weathered it. I just have to find some decals for it. I haven't put decals on there yet. Here's the hand solo that came with... I got that with one of the D'Agostini Falcons. I don't remember who sent it to me, but that came with one of the Diego Falcons that somebody had sent me when I bought the kit. It was a bonus kind of thing. This is a little Aston Martin Db5. This is the Bond car, and this is a extra gift for building the DB5 from Eagle Moss, which I'm doing, but it's just I don't know, it's because of the COVID situation. I think they're delaying any of the shipments, so I haven't gotten parts in a while. It's just kind of sitting around. This is a torpedo that I had 3D printed. I think it's about 9 feet long. I still have to sand down 3/4 of it because I had started building it last fall and I couldn't take it outside to finish sanding it because it got too cold out. So I have to finish this up and then paint it. That's a Craigsmarine Torpedo. It's not even full size. I actually messed up when I 3D printed it. I misjudged the scale. I wanted it to be about 5 feet long, but it turned out a little bigger, obviously. So I have to finish that off and I think it was, I just wanted to see how big of a object I could print with my printers, and that was pretty much it. Up here I have some, there's a Anakin Skywalker fighter. There's an old, that's actually a Resistance A-Wing. And there's a couple of Vader ties that I'm working on of different scales. That's a Bandai. That's an old, I think it's an AMT. I'm not sure. It's one of the old, one of the original Vader tie kits. There's my entertainment center. Got DVDs, got my guitar. That is a toy Tidarium that I think my brother got me this somewhere, and it's pretty small, but it would look really cool. I think I've seen a couple of these repainted, but I haven't touched it yet. It's been sitting on the shelf for a long time. I'll get to it sooner or later. That's a Halloween build that I did once. That's a Samara from The Ring. And there's the sub that I was working on. If you can kind of see it there, that's got to go inside until I can get back to it. All this other stuff is just pending batteries charging. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it. Pretty much my environment. So if you watch the videos and you see that, basically you see whatever else is going on in this. So I just wanted to kind of give a shop tour just in case. That's a Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's a printed headpiece to the Staff of Ra, I believe, and I don't even know where I got that. Lots of cool stuff laying around. I try to not clutter the place. Oh, here's another one. So obviously there's my TV set, but above that there's a huge U-boat that is one of the U-boats that we had captured in World War II. I don't remember, I think it's C-55, I'm not sure, but I built that a long time ago and put that up. And then there's a T-Rex right above that that's attached to my TV stand. And there's a little Sea Hund sub sitting on top. It's the same scale as the U-boat. That's a 1 or 2 man submarine that's actually sitting on the deck of the big U-boat. That's been there for a long time. In fact, there are some wires on the U-boat that broke because I had my door open to my shop and some birds flew in and landed on top of the U-boat and actually broke some of the wires. So I have to fix those. There's some wires that run in the back. I think there's a couple in the back that broke. Stupid birds. It took me a while to get them out of my garage. I don't know how. They just flew in, went on top of the U-boat, and caused all kinds of problems. Oh, this is a B-wing. That's a toy. That's another toy that I found. I can't remember where I got it, but it's missing a couple of parts. But I have to redo that one too. I haven't got around to that. It's been hanging there for years. I think that's it, guys. Welcome to my world. So here's my shop tour. I will see you guys for another video. Hope all is well. I'll see you soon.